You've been told fuel is cheaper, so why are you still paying full price at the pump? That's the burning question Nigerians are asking as marketers across Lagos, Ogun, and other states refuse to pass on the latest fuel price cuts introduced by Dangote's refinery. The result? Consumers stuck paying old, inflated rates while stakeholders point fingers and supply chains get tangled. The promise versus reality. Dangote cuts, marketers stall. Earlier this month, Dangote Petroleum Refinery announced a major shift. With the rollout of over 1,000 CNG-powered trucks to distribute fuel directly, the refinery claimed it could reduce the gantry price to 820 naira per liter. That, in theory, should have translated to lower pump prices. Under the new pricing template, Lagos and other southwestern states were earmarked to sell petrol at 841 naira per liter, while Abuja, Rivers, Delta, Edo, and Kwara were to charge 851 naira per liter. But on the ground, the story is different. At most filling stations in Lagos and Ogun, petrol is still being sold between 865 and 870 naira per liter. Even Dangote's downstream partners, MRS, Ardova, and Hayden, haven't fully complied. Hayden offered the lowest at 863 naira, but others remain stuck at the old rates. What marketers are saying? Inventory and supply constraints. Several marketers defended their decision, citing old inventory purchased at higher costs. They explain that they cannot simply slash prices until the new, cheaper supply reaches their tanks. This creates a transition lag, a buffer period where stocks bought before the price cut are still being dispensed at earlier rates, even though new supplies should be cheaper. Another angle, analysts suggest some marketers may be waiting on each other. In effect, they're watching for major players, especially Dangote's partners, to move first before committing to price drops themselves. Even the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC, once a primary price setter, appears unmoved. NNPC spokesperson Andy Ode confirmed that their pump price in Lagos remains 865 naira. Market tensions, and complaints of undercutting. Resistance to the cuts hasn't gone quietly. The Depot and Petroleum Products Marketers Association of Nigeria, DAPMAN, has criticized Dangote's strategy. They argue the cuts are timed to destabilize rivals, especially when other importers already have cargoes in transit or in tank farms. There's also pushback over alleged unfair pricing to foreign buyers. Marketers claim Dangote sells cheaper abroad while keeping domestic buyers paying more. In response, the refinery has accused marketers of operating selfishly, misusing infrastructure, and sustaining shortages. This accuses tensions between these major industry players at a time when consumer trust is already fragile. Will the reduction ever reach the pump? For many Nigerians, the central concern is simple. Will they ever pay the lower price? Some indicators give hope. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, has expressed readiness to slash pump prices once its members receive the discounted supply from Dangote. In fact, the CNG trucks for direct distribution have already begun deliveries to IPMAN members in Lagos, Ogun, and Ondo states. IPMAN's president, Abubakar Shedema, stated that the cuts will reflect once marketers actually collect the product under the new model. But that still leaves a window of uncertainty. How quickly will the new supply logistics scale? Will all marketers register with Dangote and participate? And will infrastructure, pipelines, and transportation bottlenecks further slow adoption? Bigger picture, market dynamics and industry power plays. This standoff underscores deeper shifts in Nigeria's downstream petroleum space. Dangote's refinery, with its scale and direct supply plan, is challenging the long-held dominance of the NNPC as a price setter. By cutting out intermediaries on some routes and pushing direct delivery, Dangote aims to control a bigger piece of the retail chain. But that threatens established supply chains and existing players. Thus, what appears like a battle over price is also a strategic clash for market control, influence over supply routes, and corporate dominance. what consumers can do and watch for. While the industry wrangles, motorists can stay alert to 1. Check multiple filling stations. Some may adjust faster than others. 2. Document prices. Take photos or record pump rates, especially when they drop. 3. Demand accountability. Pressure marketers and regulators by sharing discrepancies. 4. Support competition. Patronize stations that adopt fairer pricing. Meanwhile, regulators like the Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria, PowerOwn, and NMDPRA must enforce transparency and ensure that announced cuts reach consumers swiftly and fairly. Final thoughts. Relief deferred? The fuel price cuts announced by Dangote could have been a major win for Nigerians already stretched by inflation. But for now, the relief is largely on paper. Marketers' reluctance, whether justified by logistical realities or strategic caution, has kept pump prices stubbornly high. This gap between policy and reality reflects a broader challenge. In Nigeria's energy sector, powerful stakeholders and complex supply chains often stand between good announcements and real outcomes. If the system is to change, from benefiting producers to assisting consumers, closed loops of accountability and swift implementation must become the norm. Otherwise, every promised price cut will be met with the same question: why am I still paying old rates?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay informed with fast, reliable news, don't forget to subscribe to Newsflash 360. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. Your next headline is just seconds away.